Yo, so I'm pulling over because I just got out of the 6-day Tony Robbins Date with Destiny event, and I also went to Unleash the Power Within, and I want to capture this and share this experience with you right now. So this is going to take a few minutes for me to break down and explain, and I'm going to tell you my experience in as much detail as I can, because I want it to, if you're deciding on going, then, well, first of all, here you go. You should absolutely find a way to make it to this event. And I know you might have heard people say things like that before, but this is next level. The reason I went is, and I have a lot to unpack, and I'm very qualified to share this. I'm extremely qualified, and I'll tell you why. I have invested, I don't know, over the years, $65,000 on online courses and programs. I've been all over the country to live events, and I've been exposed to all types of marketing events and all types of things, and I went through all my mentors because I was going through a little bit of, it's like it was depression, because I had realized that the pain, and I'm not going to make this all about me, but I'm telling you my reason why I decided to pull the trigger and invest the money. I had gotten to a point in my life where I had worked my tail off and actually become successful, and several of my dreams have become true. But I realized that the thing that pushed me, that motivated and fueled me, was pain, and pain from the past. And all these pains like, well, I'll show you, or I'll never, just whatever. All that type of pain, whatever your pain is, pushed me all the way to a point where I actually became successful. But then I started to run out of steam. And even though you can be extremely ambitious and you can work 15 hours a day and you can crush it, and it started to just like flatline, like a glass ceiling I couldn't get past, because I had to convert it and now find a bright future to pull me forward. And even though I had a bright future, it wasn't compellingly pulling me forward, and I was stuck in between and waking up with negative thoughts and becoming in and out of depression and all this crap, and just upset, thinking that more external successful things, if you talk about all this in the event, trust me, are the things that will make me more successful. Like if I can get that big house and the fancy cars and a vacation home and all these things, then maybe my wife will love me more. My wife already loves me. Or if all that, one day my father will finally be proud of me. My father's already proud of me. You'll figure that out. You might be like, no, I hate my dad or I hate my mom because they're bastards. All this shit's going to get taken care of and solved when you go to Date with Destiny and Unleash the Power Within. You have no, I don't want to cuss because Tony cusses and I have to remember I'm not in the event right now. I'll say frickin'. You have no frickin' idea what you're getting yourself into in a positive way when you go to this event. You can't even conceive the level of breakthroughs. I'm talking sobbing and crying so hard. I'm talking thousands of people releasing past guilt, fears, shames, traumas, resentments, and anything in that your past or you've been holding on to, in this shit baggage you've been carrying around that's holding you down, or ruminating on negative thoughts, or catastrophizing on shit that probably would never happen. You'll find out why you do that, and how you're being controlled like almost like a puppet behind the scenes by just shit you haven't sorted out yet, because he brings to light all of your value systems, and you figure out what you're a biological computer and it's running software, and some of the programs you've built in a positive, healthy way or negative way, some of them have been installed inside of you, and you might not even be aware that you're experiencing the way you're experienced because of it, and so he peels back the lid, and also in a positive way, and you get to now choose how you're going to rewire your brain and your heart and your emotions based off your values and what your highest calling is. And what happens is, I had so many breakthroughs that stuff, you will laugh your ass off, you will cry, you will jump up and down, you will feel like you're part of a community of highly successful people. The people that go to these Tony Robbins events, they're not just like, these are people of all different races, creeds, colors, shapes, sizes, people all over the world, different ages, that come to these events because they've reached a point in their life, or they've reached a point in a long time ago, and they're going along the journey. They've reached a point in their life where they're ready for massive breakthroughs. And so I went through all my mentors all the money I've invested over the years and all the time, and I've learned a bunch of amazing stuff. I said, I'm ready for a huge breakthrough in my life. And I prayed. And Tony Robbins kept coming up. Through the years, I listened to Tony on and off. I've read most of his books. And I realized that, man, Tony Robbins is the most impact in me, and he's doing these events, these Unleash the Power Within and Date with Destiny. And then I was like, it's Tony. Tony's the one I need to dive deeper into his stuff. And then I realized it always was Tony. A lot of these other guys are people, if you sit down with some of the most successful people, I don't know what field you're in, and you find out at some point, most of them will actually tell you that it was Tony Robbins that increased. So I call it my buddy Scotty. Now I'm fully convicted. I'm biking around the block and I'm jogging and working out. And my friend Scotty's one of my best friends. I said, bro, and he was going through some stuff too. I said, I'm going to unleash the power within. And I'll tell you about Date with Destiny in a second. I said, I'm going. You want to come with me? And he could feel a conviction in my voice that I don't normally talk in. So sometimes you might want to go to something and you let yourself off the hook. It's maybe you'll go. If A, B, C, and D happen all perfect and aligned, maybe I'll invest the money and go to this event. With the Tony Robbins this is on my bucket list anyways, amongst a lot of other great things. But I was like, I'm going no matter what. And I said to my friend Scott, I was like, whether you come or not, I'm fucking going, bro. And when he heard me say that, he said, I'm going. Because he heard the conviction in my voice. I knew, I was certain. And then I texted him, I'm buying the tickets by midnight, whether you buy them or not. And just to not let myself off the hook, you're waiting for your friend to buy, because you should absolutely bring a friend with you. But I said, I'm not even going to wait for my friend to buy the ticket. I just bought my ticket and sent him a screenshot. Boom, I already bought my ticket, bro. Because nothing stopped me from going. But you should absolutely bring a friend with you, because what's going to happen is if you go by yourself and you get upgraded and transformed and your whole life changed and you come back literally bossed up, man or woman, and you were just you're ready, it's done. The people around you aren't going to know how to fucking handle you. And see my energy? They're not going to be able to handle you, and they're going to be freaked out. Because your positive energy is going to be so strong that you're going to have to reel it back in and stay calm, especially around my wife. I was jumping around in front of my wife's relaxed, and she's very beautiful, and she's got our little dog, and she's watching her favorite show or something. My wife's amazing, and she's beautiful too, and she's relaxed, and I'm fucking jumping around the front room all fired up, and it was stressing her out, because I learned that especially with my wife, no matter how excited I am, I need to be calm and masculine and present with her, connected, and listen to her, because she wants to feel seen and heard and understood and felt. Her value system is family, right? It's a beautiful value system, and it's so I went with my friend Scott, and now we're accountability buddies. We're partners. We just got off the phone, and we're amped, bro. So our very presence around our mutual friends, they're gonna be like, where did you guys go? And we're just gonna be like, ha 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 ha. Because so Date with Destiny now, it's I could say it's expensive. Okay, I'll tell you right now. Date with Destiny is $5,000 a ticket. That's a lot of money, right? I'll tell you right now, Date with Destiny, halfway through the event, I made a decision. It was easily worth $45,000 to $50,000 in value that I got. No joke. And now that the event's over, I would put the value at If I shot really high, about $500,000. Yeah, well, it could be worth millions because of what it does and how it upgrades your nervous system and helps you eliminate self-limiting beliefs. But just to be really, really, really practical, I'd say it's worth a bare minimum. I'm talking of taking your cold, hard-earned work and savings, putting on a credit card, and hustling. It's worth 50 grand. 5,000 bucks. I don't know where you're at financially. Not a lot of people just got 5,000 to just throw around, plus airline tickets and all those things. You could do virtual and it's cheaper. We did virtual. We did Unleash the Power Within in person. We flew to New Jersey, but we did Date with Destiny virtual. But I have a studio space with like surround sound speakers and a 75-inch screen TV on Zoom, and we have like lighting control, so it was like being at a freaking movie theater, full-on concert. And the technology at their events, at Tony Robbins events, is so high that if you decide to do the virtual on a big screen TV in a controlled environment where you don't have like you got to eliminate all distractions and commit, right? You should buy cases of water. You should realize that you're not going to eat or sleep. You have to get all your ducks in a row before you do an event like this, because this is six days in a row for 14 to 16 hours a day. We weren't totally prepared, luckily. So whatever ducks you have to have in a row, you better get them in a row and then plan to do this event. Now, there's people that come back to this event every year, but then you can get into business mastery, health mastery, life mastery, like leadership mastery, all these different academies, that programs that they have. And this is not just like some low-level stuff. You get like see, I could talk about this for 10 hours. All I can say is now we're going to do it all. My goal is to become a platinum member. It's like $100,000, and that might sound crazy and brainwashed to you, and like, that's insane. When you understand the you're the Bentley. You're the Bentley. The level of how this upgrades your life and your relationships with other people and can heal. I'm talking marriages getting healed, suicides prevented, depression getting cured by, and businesses being built. The level of successful people. What am I doing? I just realized I'm sitting here freaking promoting Tony Robbins and his events this whole time, and that was not my intention, because it's the truth, right? And that's why the guy's so freaking successful and does his businesses do like $9 billion a year, and he has, like, you feel like this guy Keith has drank the Kool-Aid. I got on the phone with my buddy Jacob. He's a really successful guy, owns a few businesses, and he did Tony Robbins events a few years ago. He did Business Mastery twice, and I said, well, what about, because we want to do Business Mastery, I said, we want to do it too. I said, what about like people say like, oh, that's crazy, the Tony Robbins stuff, you're drinking Kool-Aid, bro. He said, well, bro, that's the flavor of Kool-Aid I prefer to drink. If you want to get around highly successful people in proximity, it's like getting a frickin' PhD in a week. Massive deep dive, transformational immersion upgrade, identity upgrade, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual upgrade. I could talk for 10 hours about this. Anyways, I'm done. I don't get paid to say any of this. I'm getting back to my life and my businesses. I'm fired up. I'm excited. And once you're there at the event, you will remember my video if it helped you, and you'll be like, I'm so glad I went to this event. This was divine. This was destiny. You have it's way beyond anything that I can even articulate to you. So just jump in and do it.